Yes, my people. They don't they run one by one. The whole judges will go handle this case. They don't they run one by one. They don't they go one by one. You know, say this matter no be small matter. No be matter wey be say person go just come like this, come begin the judge anyhow. Because everybody knows say all eyes are now on judiciary. All eyes are on them. So they no go fit fuck up anyhow. Anybody will just wey say e no go fit do am, e go just shift. E go just shift. Other people will feel say they go do am, they go just there. Small time they go, their mind go dey wind them. I won't make you just watch this analysis. Please do me a favor. As una dey watch this analysis, I dey beg una with the name of anything wey una dey worship. Make sure say you like am.
There is fire on the mountain. This is exactly how we expected it to be. Reports reaching us now is saying that the panel, the 7-man panel that was constituted to hear the appeal of Peter Obi and Atiku is shaking. They said the panel is shaking vigorously. As a matter of fact, many justices have pulled out of the panel as we speak. And without doubt, that panel is going to be reconstituted. It is lawful to tender fresh evidence, even at this point, but it is still at the discretion of the judges to accept it or not. And if no be say our judges don't compromise, how you go see this kind of evidence? How can you reject an evidence that proves forgery? If you are a judge that really wants justice, that really wants a good society, a decent society, how can you reject such a massive evidence? And going by the statutory 60 days that the Supreme Court has to deliver their final judgment, November 6th is the last day within which the case remains valid. The Nigerian judiciary that we know would have waited until November before constituting the panel, before they now start looking into the case. But this time around, because they want to beat the FBI deadline for releasing those documents, they now quickly said 23rd of October. But Aaron Greenspan has moved ahead of them to now file a suit whereby the court can order the release of those documents Monday or Tuesday, so that before the Supreme Court delivers their judgment, documents regarding FBI's criminal investigation on Tinubu will be everywhere on the internet and all over the world. Now, let us take the update on the judges that pulled out of the panel. Yesterday, we were talking about some judges, one that was close to retirement, few days away from retirement. Then we spoke about a female judge on that panel who has 2 of her sons working for the APC. Is there a relationship between our findings and these judges who pulled out? Well, we will get to know in this update. And the update says, breaking news, Supreme Court Justices panel for PEPT appeal to be reconstituted tomorrow. Justice Datijo is retiring on Monday. Justice Saulawa removed himself from the panel. Justice Ogun also excused herself from the panel for undisclosed reasons. Now, Justice Datijo is the one who we said had few days to retirement, and apparently the man has seen that. I believe he saw the opera on social media and he has resigned from the panel. Then Justice Ogunwumiju, that is the female justice who has 2 of her sons working for the APC. One of them, Kehinde Ogunwumiju, is a son, and he was one of the APC lawyers at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. It doesn't make sense. What was the woman doing on the panel in the first place? She's heavily compromised. Then she has another son who is a lawmaker, on Ondo State lawmaker under the APC. How can you put such a woman on the panel? It's laughable. Let's look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Bolu says, Ogunwumiju has to rescue herself because she has 2 family members that are APC politicians and APC lawyers. I think that's the honorable thing to do. Just leave there. And this tweet by Peter Obi's prophet says, the reason is not far-fetched. Any decision taken will have consequences. Good will be good. Bad for bad. It is safer for one to disqualify himself in order not to see that you are part of the people that destroyed the constitution. And this tweet right here says, Well, it should be very difficult for anyone to put his or herself in against the constitutional and creature rights of millions of vulnerable Nigerians when the creature does not have power. Vengeance of the creator of the creature is more powerful. It is a matter of time. And this tweet right here says, the Supreme Court judges must have their ears on the streets and eyes on the social media. Do not take Nigerians for granted. The Nigerian constitution does not have a place for a forger-in-chief, identity thief, druggie. His legitimacy is in doubt. Now, by tomorrow, we are going to get 100% confirmation of these stories, but I believe strongly that it's true. I already have like 98% confirmation because of the source it came from. What does this tell you? This tells you that these people are under pressure. This tells you that some of the things that we say and do on social media are really having an effect on the system. And that effect is the fact that Nigerians are now being seen as people that cannot just be pushed around, dispelled with a wave of the hand. The obedient movement has really brought about a consciousness, has awakened a consciousness within the political class that it is human beings you are dealing with, not animals. In the past, this kind of thing would have happened, and maybe we'll start talking about it many months or many years later. It will take a historian to start reminding us, to start pointing out to us that that the panel that decided the case, there was a woman on the panel whose children were working for APC. There was a man on the panel who had retired, who came from his house as a retired judicial officer to come and deliver judgment. That's how they would have been telling us. But because of the obedient movement, because of the consciousness of the obedient movement, as soon as those names dropped, they began to do their background check. And in a matter of minutes, information started popping up and pressure. People began to put pressure and look at what happened at the end of the day. And that is why I keep telling Nigerians that if we can take this further and bring ourselves together in unity and demand for these things that we want, we will get them from the political class. This idea of putting your tribe, your religion, viewing anything that has to do with politics through tribal and religious lenses will not help anybody. Like I always say here, the consequences of bad leadership are terrible as they are enormous. There are so many and the tentacles are so wide. It will touch everybody. Nobody is immune. And as His Excellency Peter Obi would say, hunger does not know religion. Unemployment, banditry, and kidnapping.
Yes, so my people, hunger does not know anybody, hunger does not know any tribe. You see kidnapping, you see ungodly men, you see Fulani herdsmen, you see banditry. They don't know you, they will just do whatever they want to do with you and jackpot whenever they see you. Now, that aside, on my own take, like I said in my last video, if you have been paying attentively, the judges, they are running away from the truth. They are afraid that something is going to happen to them if they rule against Tinubu, and at the same time, they are afraid of the karma that will befall them if they rule in favor of Tinubu. Now, no say Peter Obi, the grace wey that man carry, no be small spirit wey dey inside that man. Well-meaning Nigerians reject Tinubu because he does not represent who we are, and he is not the person Nigerians voted for. Okay, not just voted for, but legally voted for. Right now, the APC camp is confused, and they are strongly thinking of their next step. But the obedient and the well-meaning Nigerians are always ahead of them. That is why they keep bringing propaganda up and down every day. But guys, if you ask me if the judiciary will do the right thing, this one be like jump question. I can't really say sure, but something tells me that there will be a game change, and someone, maybe one of the judges will be a game changer, and the APC camp will be put to shame, yeah, if that happens. What I mean is that the judges will have no choice but to give the right judgment after following the constitution, because the duty of the Supreme Court of any country is to protect its constitution, and if a nation fails to do that, then the world would know that the giant of Africa, Nigeria, is constitutionless. And this will make many other countries to start giving warnings to their citizens in Nigeria to leave the country, because there is no guarantee their life is going to be safe. In legal issues, The Supreme Court judges, they are more powerful than the president, so they are not supposed to be afraid of what Tinubu is going to do. And that is why you see the Chief Justice is the one who swears in the president-elect. But we see that the Nigerian judges don't care about Nigeria at all at all. They do not care about the over 200 million Nigerians. They do not care about the country's future. Yet they want people to respect the law in the land. I won't talk too much, my people. You see, because you have already heard what was said, and I hope that the Supreme Court they are going to do the right thing. I hope that they are going to dispense justice with the fear of God by sacking this criminal drug baron Bola Ahmed Tinubu away from that Aso Rock and stop disgracing Nigerians home and abroad. We are not begging them to do the right thing. We are not begging them to do their job. We are not begging them to or telling them what to do. We are only asking them not to write their names in the history of those who are going to destroy Nigeria, because posterity is there to judge them. So finally, guys, there's going to be a protest in Abuja, and everybody, everywhere, meaning all concerned citizens of Nigeria needs to wake up, prepare, and take back their country. If you don't do the right thing, if you don't do that, now your country, now will take you back. We will continue to make things difficult for them. We are going to continue to pull the judiciary. We are going to keep an eyes on them. It's no longer business as usual, and we will keep the pressure on them as well, because we don't want to give our children any excuse. If our parent has failed us, we should be alive to see Nigeria works and not also fail our children again. Okay guys, please like this video and continue following the channel so you don't miss out on tomorrow's Supreme Court hearing. Until next time, have a good day.